Hey, well, here we are for part 6, 5, 1, 6, part 6 of the maggot experience, and it has been unbelievable. Let me go over yesterday. Oh my goodness, yesterday, part 5 of the maggot experience, the maggot mother load. Oh, there were so many maggots. And guess what? There weren't any flies. There weren't any flies because the squirrel, Mr. Squirrel, had nothing left to give. The maggots had already consumed everything. Right up in there, Mr. Squirrel, if you haven't been with us 5 days ago, 6 days ago now, Mr. Squirrel dropped into a water tank and he drowned. But we're gonna put him to good use. We're feeding chickens with the maggots that he's producing from his food. And there's nothing left. There's nothing left. That's why the flies weren't there yesterday, because the maggots had eaten everything. He is just a dry shell. We're going to see that in a minute. He's right up there, right there. It is such an adventure every time, because I don't look at this before I show you. All the animals are excited for the show too. Can you hear them? Was the maggot mother load yesterday. If you haven't watched part 5, you've got to watch part 5. Okay, so now we're looking. Oh yeah, we fed chickens yesterday with the big giant juicy maggots. What I think we're going to find today, again, we probably won't see any more flies. We will probably still see a lot of maggots because they're still going through their life cycle. But what I think we're going to see is some of these maggots have started to pupate, which means, I guess in simpler terms, turn into like little cocoons, like a caterpillar would, or a chrysalis, or whatever it would be to turn into a butterfly or a moth. They're doing the same thing so that inside they metamorphosize from a maggot to a fly. So we didn't have any of those cocoons yesterday, those pupas. I don't know, I'm not the expert, but that's something like, it's kind of like called like that. They pupate. And the little things, they should be little brown or little red cocoon looking things. So right there, let's get after it. I'm nervous because yesterday the smell was the most horrendous. Like my dad used to say, had a gag of maggot. Well, I don't think you're gagging a maggot, but it was gagging me for sure. Right there, let's check it out and let's see what it is. Are you ready? Because I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Again, no flies buzzing around. There's nothing left of Mr. Squirrel to eat. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. The anticipation is palpable. Ooh, that sounds cool. Palpable anticipation. All right, here we go. What do we have here? The moment of truth, everybody. There's our wood shavings. Don't worry. I bet you Mr. Squirrel is still in there. He likes to hide from us. Well, where is he? There he is. There he is. See that? Whoa, boy. Oh. All right, when you're doing your maggot experience at home, because I know you will now that you've been following along with this, and you go to look in your bucket like that and you stick your head over with, basically your nose is the first thing to go over. Don't take a big old giant whiff. I just had to because I had to know what the smell was, but like Dad said, that there old gag of maggot. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get into this. Here we go. Okay, what I see some maggots worming around, doing their thing. Well, Mr. Squirrel over there. Let's go get up close and personal. Are you ready? I'm excited. Okay, let's get up in here and take a look. We got some troopers out here. They're walking. I don't even know what you call that. Is it worming, maggoting, crawling? I don't know. They are cruising across the open desert of the bucket. They've got security and comfort and darkness there. Nothing out here, and they're off and headed back to find Mr. Squirrel. Update, Mr. Squirrel is just a dried shell. You can hear him. He gave all he had to give. You can see in there, there's just nothing left. Just his bones and dried up skin and hair. From a forensic scientist, we could say we've got his teeth, we've got his bones. I guess we could identify him if you could identify squirrels, I guess. I don't know. All right, as always, let's pick him up. We're gonna tip him that way. Let's see what we got under here. Yesterday was phenomenal. Yep, there they are. Can you see them? Still got a good healthy population of those guys worming around in here. Okay, Mr. Squirrel, need you to move on out of here into the center so that we can get to seeing the things that we need to see. All right, let's see what we've got. Let's move things around. Let's see everybody. Remember, if you've been following along, little maggots are sensitive to light. They are photophobic. They do not like the light. Okay, so here's what we're trying to look at. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, what do we got? I am looking for little pupates, little places where they have cocooned up. And because I'm such the expert in maggots, I'm not finding the obvious that I want to see. So let's keep on going. Oh, there's still lots of activity. Lots of these guys squirming, worming around. What's going on? What do we got? Take a look at these guys. It's just impressive. You see how dark these guys have turned? I think they're just really on the verge. Can I do something really, I think you might think is really disgusting and gross? Let's try this. Check, okay, yes. I'm gonna use my hands. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna scoop up some of these. Oh boy, that's an experience. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh yeah. All right. There you go, folks. You're welcome. Oh boy, that's a feeling. Yeah, see them squirming right through my fingers? That's something that, I don't know how many people can say they've ever done that before. Oh boy, oh boy. And they go, you can see them dropping through my fingers. Oops. Let's try it again. I don't think that was good enough. Come on, guys. Everybody gather up. Here we go. There. That's a good pile of them. Why, you ask? Why? Why would I ever put these nasty little things in my hand? I don't know. I just am. Because right now I bet you're going, ooh, that's disgusting. So I guess that's probably the reason I'm putting them in my hand. You're welcome. Okay. Whew. That was, is it weird that maybe I'm getting used to the smell? It's a massive stench. It really is. We're still hunting. We're still hunting. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This guy, I don't know. Oh, there he goes. He looked like he was kind of all curled up and ready to do something. What do we have going on? So here's what I think we're looking at. See those two right there? They're just kind of barely sitting there. Oh, they kind of moved. I think they're in that rest phase where they're going to start to form into something else like that right there. See those guys? Like that guy right there. It appears to me that he is in that, he's starting to form into his little cocoon kind of thing. Can't find anybody else. Use my stick. Yep. See him getting slower, like this guy right over here is just kind of there. Now, again, I'm such an expert, but here's what we got. Still a bunch of these guys. We're going to gather some more, and because those chickens are just, they just loved it too much. So let me gather a few more. We've got to feed the chickens, and then I guess maybe day 7 gets us closer to pupation. Okay, got the old red bowl, red cereal bowl, and we got the old handy dandy spoon. Let's scoop up a few. That was just too much fun to watch them dive in off of that spoon there. We got to do that again. Nice little healthy spoonful here. Hey, there they go. Woo! Okay, we've got a few more for the chickens. We're going to leave a good healthy amount in here to look at day number 7 and see if we get a little bit more success on the old pupation, whatever we might call it. And so we'll get him all squared away there. Mr. Squirrel, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later, buddy. Okay, day 6 has been maybe not the most amazing and most epic of all the days so far, but still pretty amazing. Lots of little big juicy maggots in there. Mr. Squirrel is still there stinking things up. Atta boy. We're going to put him back. Oh boy. For day 7 tomorrow to see what happens. We really didn't see all the pupa forms. That's okay, because what we did see is lots of cool maggots. You got to actually see me put a big old pile of them in my hand, which is, that's really disgusting. But there you go. It's all for you out there watching me. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go feed some chickens. Oh, girls. Well, just like that, the maggots are gone. Or at least that bunch that we had in the bowl. The cereal bowl of maggots. All gone. That, my friends, was day 6 in the magnificent maggot experience. Yes, it is magnificent. You're right. It was a good day. We didn't have the pupate form that I was hoping for, but hopefully tomorrow. And we still had a lot of good maggots. We still had a lot of really good stench, and we got to see the girls devour some munchy, magnificent maggots. We'll see you tomorrow for day 7. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? It's amazing. The anticipation is just getting me. So remember, the stench can gag a maggot. So be the goat, the greatest of all time. Be safe out there, and we'll see you on day 7 of the maggot experience.